Alright. Shalom. About to give all praise to Yahweh Shin Yahweh Shai. Putting the spirit on me. Come back with this truth. This title right here gives you a better understanding of what's going on here with Glugu forming alliance with the deep state. As you see right here in the article. There's also other articles that I brought out. Glugu, if you know anything about Glugu, so to say. Google is the company that owns YouTube and other things as well. It's a multi-billion-dollar company that owns the world. That own one of the biggest. The biggest search engine. Everybody knows that. And I want you to get a disclaimer on deep state and what it really came from. And they've been throwing this word out on television. For a long time, even on the social media, but they usually do it on the mainstream media. I got something right here. What is a deep state? Even as we accuse, the concept is valid. Surely it's not useful to think of the comparing interest. It represents a monitoring slacker. We see the government of God over the world is hidden, so on and so forth. I'm fit to go down because I'm gonna put the link in the description. Franklin Bacon wrote in 1605 describing the deepest of deep state. The Lord reign over us, with Bacon thought as good model for earthly rule. This is something that quote that he made. Also, you had King James the first agreed it back in 1624. He made a statement on deep state, so it came back during that time. But the deep state is basically a shadow government that is that's formed, behind the scenes in your own government, who make policies. They make policies, behind your policies as they making them, and how to deal with situations with inside the government. You know, Discreet, and they do it very solitude. In the salt, do it in a solitude manner, even unmorally manner, like assassinate, getting rid of certain people, things like that. Government, assassinations, and they use the same. The mainstream media is with that too. Is with the deep state. Well, they had a lot of things. Until recent, the fade deep state had been mostly consigned to the bowels of the conspiracists, deep web. But over the past few weeks, since Donald Trump decided to take his fight with the intelligence community public, it had witnessed a remarkable um, forcing since the deep state approaching had slacking. Apparently, had Trump in sight, at least according to former NSA intelligence analysis John, who tweeted that a friend in the intelligence community told him that Trump would die in jail. They basically a lot of things that's going on in this government that Esau he's fighting against himself, and this man Trump's he really bringing it out. He bringing it out. It's like you had a left wing that's against white wing. It's Esau against Esau, man. And they breaking up. They divided, and they just can't come up with an agreement, or they can't follow with the plan. You have some people that's there for the people, and you have people that's there with the structural government, and the original order of things. You know that's why you got a lot of extremist so-called white people. They call them social justice warriors. They consider to be the far left. Was they to me they crazy, man. Both even the right they fucking crazy as hell. But I'm finna go on. What does the D state come from? The origin of the term these states are from the secretive Turkish network known as the Rain the Lean Let. This Greek group was founded in 1923 by Mustafa, you know, with the purpose of undertaking. See this word right here? Clitor clandestine acts to preserve the current government structure. Okay. Now, this is within the government to keep a structure. They doing things behind the scene that's against their policy, but to keep that so-called, that mask on to this so-called government. So, you know, they basically being two-faced. And you have Google just joining with that, and Google also on YouTube, and the ones that really is breaking down the order of things and exposed to the government is you had the Israelites out there on the street corners, like myself and other brothers, especially like you had GMS mainly, and you had the other crews that came out of the one West School. And you have, these conspiracy theories, and you got these whistleblowers that be coming on the social media that be blasting the government what they doing behind the scenes. That's why Google is taking the part of what's going on. Doing, big dealing with the internet, so to say. And you had the certain property line that's doing it as well. So that's when they say deep state, it's a secret government within your government. And when they talk about that, man, they not, it's the people that govern the American people is not good people, man. They is not fucking good people. They some damn cutthroats. And I'm gonna put clandestine. Like, look, kept secret or done secretly, especially become malicious. Okay, I'm gonna put a link to these articles. You can read it yourself. You get a better understanding really what goes on with the deep state. I ain't gonna read all these articles, but they all mash up with each other, so you can get a better understanding what they talking about, and it applies with the scriptures. What happened? Okay, this is Psalms 64:4 that they may shoot slacking. I'm starting to read. Who were those tongues like a stay with us slacking? Hide me from the secret. Salakia. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. You see there? That's talking about the deep state. It was originally made for from Turkey, but most of them they offspring, so they mainly Edomites as well. You had them. You got some Arab groups. You got some barbers up in the Turkish area too. The barbers they a lot of them Moors and things like that. The center of the Moors. You had the gypsies that's in Turkish. That's Turkey that they descended of the Moors, which is go back to Israel. But nevertheless, that's this is what it really going down to. This is a political term, deep state. Um, this is Psalms 64:2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, because they work iniquity. Okay. Just like the Turkey, they try to use political terms like, no, it's not like the D state. It's not like the Turkish state. No, it's the same thing. That's what the mainstream media is telling you. That's what they want you to think. You know what Esau should have did. He should not even say any. He shouldn't even say deep state. He shouldn't even say anything. He just should have said. He should just make some BS up. The deep state is just a shadow government. It's a secret society that's inside your government that's dictating everybody. Okay, that's like we've been saying for years. You had the Illuminati, you had the international banks that control your government behind the scenes. And most people say, "Oh, it's conspiracy theories and things like that." But it's coming to light now. They slowly but surely they showing you what they doing, and you just follow behind it like sheep. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna put this. The Turkish. They have acts included coups and private assassinations of figures who were seen as hostile to the establishment, and they was probably targeted toward the press. See that? They were particularly targeted towards the press, communists, Kurds, and others. The deep state has since came to mean any unelected shadow government operating behind the scenes of a democracy. If true, this would mean that the democracy process in the for say deep state had traditionally been used by the United States press and referred to the government of countries like Russia and Turkey. By starting in the 2010s, it had been increasingly been used to describe the United States government by those who favor conspiracy theories. Like, see that it's been used to describe by those who favor conspiracy theories. Like, man, that's not, it's just bullshit, man. So we've been saying, you have the so-called conspiracy theory, you have us, the Israelites, coming out there, and we've been saying like since like the early 2000s, we've been talking about shit, the shadow government. And now they saying that they got a fucking shadow government, and now they putting a new term on it, you know. But I'm finna go on. Verse 3: Who wield their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. You know, when it's talking about those words, they using that mainstream media as a weapon. It is a weapon, man. And that's worse than the man killing you is by destroying your image. Like you did with so called like people that's trying to raise up like you expose the government, right? They will come down on you and they come up and make some allegations like you a pedophile, you're a rapist, you're this, you're that. They say anything bad under the sun to demonize you when you tell the truth about their life. For instance, they calling us fucking they like you have these Edomites, they calling the Israelites us terrorists. They saying they be worse than the Ku Klux Klan. And how many so called white people did we lynched on trees? How many guys do you catch bombing the building and blowing you up? I'll tell you what we blowing up. We blowing up this fucking truth in your face. We going out in the street corner telling you who the fuck you are. And yes, I'm using strong language. Cause you this is exactly what you do. This is exactly who wield their tongues like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. That's a device that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Okay? That's what these do. That's what they do. They encourage themselves in the evil matter. Evil matter. They commute and lie snares privately. They say, who should see them? That's the deep state. That's the deep state, man. That's Esau. He coming up. He just exposing himself. He just constantly exposing himself, man. He said, "Look, fuck it. The cat's is out the bag. Look, we got a secret government that been governing for years on years, and we just gonna call it deep state, and it is what it is." You're like, what you gonna do about it? They telling the American people ain't gonna do shit about it. They let you know, and you just let them really govern you without even asking no questions. they okay, they encourage themselves in an evil manner. They plan to try to take down the internet, or to make a new internet. To be honest with you, and get rid of a lot of stuff, and they trying to get rid of these channels. They trying to stop whatever they can. From getting themselves exposed, and it just happening rapidly upon. It's just happening. It's just out there. Like everybody know about the Illuminati. Then they put out this information, and people still know about that, man. They know about them. I'm finna go on. They seek out iniquity. They accomplish a diligent search, both the inward thoughts of every one of them, and their heart is deep. In the heart is deep. That's kind of the spirit. Ain't that the deep state, man? Their heart is deep. That's why they call it the deep state, man. I didn't expect to catch that word, but it lines up with the scriptures. But it doesn't literally mean the deep. It doesn't mean that. Uh, my God, I'm just Florida, man. That's the spirit right there. But God should shoot at them with his arrow, suddenly should they be wounded. Because things is gonna happen in this country. I've said in a couple videos ago, they're gonna be going against each other, and they're gonna seek out the idols and the champlers and things of that nature. They're gonna pray to Baphomet. They're gonna pray to Molech, do human sacrifices, and those spirits that was on them. They not gonna they're not gonna have an answer for them. They're not gonna happen. The Most High is gonna block that. He's gonna wound them, and they should make their own tongue fall upon themselves. All that see them should flee away. See that's what's happening. They got this deep state right here. Cause that's what they heart desire, man. And the heart is deep. That's what it is, man. So they should make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see these shall flee away, and all men should fear and should declare the works of God, for they should wisely consider of his doing, because this is the Most High doing. The righteous should be glad in the Lord and should trust in him, and all the upright in heart should glory. I'm finna go on. This is Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree, and that right grievous which had disgusted to turn aside the needy, talking about the Israelites, from judgment, and to take away the rights from the poor of my people, that widows may be their prey. This talking about you women out here, man. Cause when they get rid of that Section 8 and things like that, you gonna be out there on the street, and you are gonna be a prey to, man, getting beaten, raped, anything, during these coming days. And they should and that they may rob the fatherless. That's talking about your children. You get your kids, you raise them up to be effeminate and shit, man. Wearing skinny jeans and have tattoos, and they getting their ass killed. What they do, that I forgot, that rapper that recently died, man. You can kind of see it in him. That dude looks, man. That dude, he was a good, he had good music on YouTube, but man, that dude looks sweeter than candy. But that's the man that you reducing. You having these so-called men that's you um date just for sexual attraction, and they don't got nothing going on for them. And you expect like men like me that work and bust his ass off every day to provide, to be a mentor over them. That's not gonna happen, man. Now these days, but I'm figuring going. That's on to another topic. And what we will ye do in the day of visitation? And the desolate shall come from far. To who will ye flee for health? You're not gonna flee to Esau, because it ain't gonna be nobody there for you at all. And where will you leave your glory? Okay, okay, I'm finna go on. Okay, without me thou shalt bow down under the prisoner, and thou shalt fall under the slain. For all this his anger is not turned away, but his hand is stretched out still. The Most High is still stretching out his hand towards you Israelites. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit more into this subject right now. 7:30. I'm gonna get ready to start getting ready for work. Finna upload this video. With that, I say shalom.